Hi there, Vanessa Baker joining you for some crafting on this wonderful Thursday. Sorry I'm a little bit late. So much to do after getting back from on stage. It was a fabulous event where we were in Brisbane for 3 days for the actual event. And just so fabulous. There were presentations of new things from the catalogue. New catalogue was launched for up to demonstrators, and I can show you the cover. And then lots of presentations by different demos and Stampin' Up staff to promote the new products within the catalogue. So lots of things to create, see being created and get ideas. And then we got to do some crafting ourselves and just meeting and chatting to loads of demos from around the world was fantastic. So had an awesome time. Now I'm just going to double check that the sound is working and flip my camera. There we are. I will try and get this in the right position. Somewhere about there, I think. And I'll just double check that my sound is working. Yep, perfect. Okay, so this, I've just left you there with the front cover of the catalogue. I can't show you inside, but this is our catalogue that begins in May. And there's some really exciting products in here, along with more online exclusives. So there's too much product now for Stampin' Up to put it all into a catalogue. So it allows them to release things during the year and, depending on sales, keep them going or replace them with other new product. So that's our catalogue that's coming. And then I just thought I would show you a few of the things that I was given during the event. So our group that I went with, there were 9 of us. And so we had little, some people decided to share little gifts. So these are the little bookmarks, and these were actually available to purchase when we registered for the event. Oh, I'm having trouble getting that one open. But you can see that just a magnet that you can just pop on a page to hold your place. So they're really cute. And another gift was this little booklet. And the idea here, it's loads of pages, little pages, and the idea is to punch out your punch onto a page, and then you can use it when you you're trying to find a punch that will work for a specific stamp. So you can hold it over the actual stamp or the stamped image to see what shape works for you. So that's a little punch book, which is really cute. And this one is a little thank you matchbook sort of style. This was actually the person's swap as well. We do swaps where you make multiples of something and trade them with other people during the event. This one had 2 little emery boards, and I'm using one because I forgot my emery board, so that was really useful. And she also had some with little sewing kits in them, really cute. This one here is an envelope. We get lots of things during onstage, little stickers, just little mementos that we might want to keep. And this is an envelope for storing those in. And it also comes with a little bookmark that slides over the corner of a page like that. Very cute. And finally, I got this little box. Really cute little Easter treat box. Isn't this ribbon stunning? It's a little pom-pom ribbon. The box opens, let me get the right side here, and there's a chocolate bunny, mint chocolate bunny inside chocolate. So that's another really cute little gift idea for Easter coming up. And then this is so when we attend an event, we always get a badge and a lanyard. So this was my lanyard, and so this onstage badge commemorates the event. So I've got quite a few of those. And then we get pins, and the idea with these is you either keep them or you can trade them. So some people had a 4-leaf clover, and some people we're trying to trade those, so that was quite fun. And then I got given this little pin and a Brisbane one that I bought for each of the people in our group that was attending. And then at the bottom here, we've got obviously our name, what meal we're having, where we're from, and this little QR code is for our agenda. And then this is our title and any annual achievements that we have reached. So I reached team building level 1 and leadership level 1, and my title is silver. And I got a surprise when I arrived at the event and looked at the recognition wall that I was actually 8th overall in New Zealand, which I didn't know that had happened. So that was quite interesting. Okay, and then just a couple of other things. So this is one of the stamp sets from the new catalogue that we were given. This was what we call a prize patrol. My lucky number was 2. So when they put 2 up on the screen, I was given this prize. So it's a lovely 2-step stamping set. So these centres here go on top of those. And then you've also got your greenery and another 2-step floral. So there's 3 different floral designs, which is pretty cool. And there's a whole lot of other product coordinating that goes with that I can add to it. And we also, everybody received the Layered Thoughts stamp set. This is a really cool font and really useful type of big stamp set that we can use. And during one of the make and takes was to actually make a couple of cards using that. So they gave us a pack of Memories and More cards, and this one is called Celebration Expressions. So these are the cards, and they're really great for using as card fronts. So quite a pretty, like they're bright colours, but they're subtly done, so they're not too overwhelming. And then you've got the back side as well. Oops. The cardboard there. Patterns on the reverse as well. So we were able to use those to make this happy birthday card and also this little note card, thank you card. And I've added to those some little dots. So I used, on this one, I used the Tinsel Gems 4-pack. So I've picked up the sort of the greeny colour, the lemon lime twist there. And on this one, I used Sunny Day Iridescent Dots, and I picked up on the orange. So just to finish them off, it needs a little bit of bling. So those were my 2 make and takes. We did have a third one, which was a scrapbook page, but I haven't completed that one. There was too many other things to do. So I grabbed all the supplies, and when that was happening, I think I'd gone back into what we call product playground. So they have lots of new products out on display that we can go and play with. And one of the things, I'm just looking for it, one of the things we could do is we could stamp out and put a little colour of each of the new in colours. So we're retiring the 2023 to 2024 or 5 in colours, and they're going to be bringing these new ones in for the next 2 years. So we got to put a little square of cardstock, do a stamp, and this is the marker, so that we've got those colours before ordering them. And there's a little problem with the colour was that? Cloud cover. They just found when they started using the ink that the colour had shifted, and something to do with the chemical process. So they have withdrawn that ink pad for now, and they're working on getting it fixed. But yeah, so quite exciting range of colours that are coming. And that's about all I can show you. Everything else is under wraps until the beginning of May. So today I'm still working with my Heirloom Arrangements Kit, and I've got something that was actually on the Stampin' Up website as an idea, as a part of a creative challenge to do something different with the kit. And it doesn't have a name as to who created it. So it may have been one of the Stampin' Up! Designers. I'm not sure. But what they've done is they've put two envelopes together. And these are just the envelopes from the pack. And you just slide one flap into the other, like so. And it creates a little book that you can then decorate. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so I just want to put a little bit of glue on the back of this flap. Just going to put it like that, I think. I want it to slide all the way in, if you know what I mean, and get smeared everywhere. So you're literally just bringing those two, where the flaps join, together. And that fold is the top of the other envelope. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this back flap yet. You could just fold that back and make that a little pocket. If you just sealed it, say top and bottom, you could then poke something in there. But I'm not sure. I might just end up covering the back. So we'll come back to that. First thing we need to think about is how we're going to keep it closed. So if you want to, you don't have to have a closure. It could just be a book, but I think I want to have a little closure. So I've got the iridescent striped trim. And this is a great one you can colour, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. I've just cut a piece that's long enough to go across my envelopes and then tie in a bow. And to attach that, I'm going to use some tear and tape. And I'm going to be sticking over the top of this, so I'm not going to be too worried about sticking it. I'm just aiming for the middle. And I might leave the back unstuck at this stage because, as I said, I'm potentially going to stick something over that. But if I don't, and I'm trying to slide something in there, I don't want this ribbon coming across. So until I've decided, I'll just leave that one unattached. Okay, so now we can start our layering. And the one that was posted had a beautiful background of DSP that I couldn't find. So I've decided to use this one, which is from the Serene Love pack, which is now on the clearance rack. So it's on the last chance list. It's a pack that they reintroduced. And I've made something, I made one of the seed envelopes, I think, out of it a month or so back. But it's got some patterns that we've had before, but done in different colours. So there's some navy there, some Lost Lagoon. The one I'm using is Old Olive. And, Old Olive. And there's like 2 or 3 sheets of each. So, a really fun pack and good, useful kind of imagery on it. So, I just thought this little daisy pattern would work well with what I've got going here. The stripe would work equally as well. Actually, now I've seen that, I'm going, maybe I want that instead. But no, I think I'm going to stick with my daisy. Right, so we'll just pop some glue. Now, this is the same size as your envelope. So I just measured that and made this the same. And that's going to keep that ribbon now nicely enclosed. Just push down on that. So we've stuck the 2 envelopes together and now we've just made a front cover. And this piece here is actually the back of one of the cards. So I've already cut, where's the card? I can show you. Oh, here we go. So it was one like this, one of your card fronts, and I've cut this half off to use on one of the pages, and then what I'm using here was just the back of that. So this now forms a layer, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on there. I've got our grid stamp that comes in the set, and now what colour shall I use? Thinking maybe crumb cake. It's got that sort of vintagey feel to it. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with, I want to stamp it off now. I might just stamp it off and see. I can always add to it. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so stamped off. And I'm just going to do some random stamps with this. And put one here. And then I think I'm going to go in with the butterfly as well. And do the same thing. So stamping off each time. I love the detail of that. And then maybe one there, going off the edge. Okay. Now, I'm getting short on pieces, so I've had to be a bit creative. This is my first piece going down, and I decided I wanted to show more of the sort of the grey of that rather than the flowers, because I've got greenery going on top. I'm going to put that down. And I've got one more video using this kit, so I had to save a few of the pieces for that. This whole month I'm just using the one kit and showing you different ways in which to use it. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on next. So this is a vellum piece, so I think I've spoken before about just putting the glue where there's colour so you won't see it through. And then I don't glue the top, the very top. I like to leave things a little bit loose. Right, that can go on there. Excuse me. And I had this piece as well, but that might go on a different layer, I think. So I'm going to put this piece across now. And I've got this at the bottom. That's going to come out. Seems such a shame to cover that sunflower, doesn't it? Should I put it upside down? Yeah, that'll work. Don't want to cover that gorgeous flower. Okay. So we'll put that under so that this will cover. Let's go over there a wee bit. So again, I'm just doing what we've done before and building up the different layers. And I'm going to, I'll keep it flat, I think, because this is the cover, so I don't want it too highly embellished at different levels, and to keep things fairly flat because it might end up in your handbag or being shown around, so you don't want pieces falling off. Okay, and then got these two pieces to go on just to complete it. Something like that. So I'm going to stick this one flat. Go behind that glue again. And I'm going to cross over the other leaves. Actually, I could do it a bit more an angle like that. And then that one about there. So this one I think I will put on dimensionals. Got some little ones. And I've got a post going out later about the new Stampin' Rewards program. Stampin' Up haven't changed their rewards program for quite a while. Well, ever since I've been a demonstrator, so that's 14 years. It's always been the same. And they are just changing it. We've changed over today, actually, to the new system in New Zealand. And instead of having host codes and things like that, it's now all, you just sign up to the rewards program when you log in, and then every time you place an order, your rewards just get added to your login, to your account, and they'll be there next time you log in, and you can redeem them against your next order, or you can store them up. If you want to save up for something, you can store up the rewards for up to a year, and use them, on a bigger item. Now I'm thinking I want a little bit of twine, just sort of tie those. Where is my linen thread? Tie those stems together. Oh, here it is. I'll just put something down there. Tie a wee bow. It's a bit twisted. It happens because the thread is on a round spool. Get that the right size and find a glue dot. And I always take my thing, if wherever possible, to my glue dot. And then I squeeze the glue dot to pick it up. And that makes the glue dot smaller because it's now squished into my center of my bow. And I'm just going to pop it on like that. Yeah, cute. And then just trim. And we probably need some embellishments because we always need those. Now I've got these gorgeous low profile dots which go really well with this suite, and of course I love gold. See, I've used more gold than I have the pink. But it just gives it a little lift. So, I was going to put some words on here, that's right. I was thinking about, because I'm going to put a photo inside that from Onstage, so I might just leave the embellishment for now, because I was going to put, highlights or this moment or memories might be nice. Memories, because it is kind of a memory book. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's pop that on a block, and I'm thinking that I might do it on I was going to do black, but now because it's so vintage, just thinking, do I do it on espresso? I was going to do it in a white embossed. So I've got either espresso or black. Oh no, I think black. I always gravitate to that. This looks so amazing. Okay. Black works with any scheme really, doesn't it? Right, so Versamark and my white powder. I haven't pre-done this because I'd forgotten about it. So you'll have to bear with me while I emboss this little word. Oh, there's a mark on that paper. I'll just turn it around. Okay. Go right to the end because I'm going to cut it out. Memories. I remember why I didn't get back to it, because I was actually looking for something that said on stage 2025, but I couldn't find, just out of my bits and pieces from the event, couldn't find one the right size or anything. Okay, so I'm just getting rid of, there's a paintbrush. Oops, my paintbrush has gone walkabout. So I'll just use my craft knife without the fluff on the end, just to remove these extra little bits that are really close to the words. Okay. Oh, can't pick it up. Right, I'll just heat that. Lovely. And then I'm just going to cut it to size. So I'll just eyeball it. I don't want it too thin, but I don't want it as fat as what it was. Okay. Oops, now I've got bits everywhere. Bits. Okay, so now I'm going to just put memories up on that yellow piece. Nice, happy with that. I'm going to cut some skinny pieces, of dimensional. I love using up all the edges. Okay, now I might just put it down there at the bottom. Make sure it's straight. Yeah, cute. Okay. So that now is my cover to go on top of here. Oh, I have to come back to the bling. So I've got that nice little border of the old olive daisies. And then that is my front cover. And I'm going to bring back the gems. Now I am actually looking, because just to make sure there isn't something that I want more than I want. Oh, I was thinking, that's right, about the butterflies and birds and dragonflies and things. Wondering, because it's so floral, I've got dragonflies, if maybe we just put one of those, because then it's not too much. You can sort of end up with a few too many elements. I can't find the butterflies. I wonder if they're out already. I'm sure I have some. They're temporarily missing. Oh, the other thing I've got is these little tiny bees. I forgot I bought these. They're kind of special. Really tiny. I can hardly pick it up. Little bee. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm going to have to use that. It's one of those, I think. I could use that with the other pieces, couldn't I? With the gold. Where should we put our bee? On the flower or on here? Or down by the word memories? I think there, by the word. Okay. Now we've got to figure out how to stick it on because it's going to be quite small. I'm thinking a glue dot because that's going to hold it nicely. And I'm going to fold the glue dot in half. So just use your craft knife or this little spatula just to pick it up and kind of fold it over. Put the bee on, pick him up. Oh. The more you touch it, of course, the more you're using up the sticky, but hopefully that will stick. Yeah, that's really cute. Okay, now page 2. So this is where I have cut the front of a card. And what I like to do with this one's going to have a photo in a frame. So I've got the little frame here. And I've just printed, for now, I've printed my photos just on copy paper. Because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. So one is of me and my mum at the event. And it's really special that I get to go with my mum. She's a demonstrator. She's just turned 80 this year. So I don't know how many more events she'll be able to come to, but we were there together in Brisbane, which is really cool. So I've got that. Or I've got one of me. So this was one of the things was to pick our favourite colour sort of grouping. And I was wearing a blue top, so I had to choose the blue. So that's the other option. So what I'll probably do is get them printed. I print them on normal paper so I can see what size I need before I go ahead and get them done at the at the printers. I used to have some photo paper. I could do them at home if I had some photo paper. So now this isn't going to stay in my frame, and I've actually cut it to the exact size of the frame. So let's just put the picture there and pretend. Actually, we'll use the one with Mum. I like the colours in that. This was an amazing backdrop that we could stand in front of for photos at the event. So I just want to get the frame nice and straight on the page. And of course, I'm going to need to get my photo. I'm not actually going to be able to stick that on. Just realised, because I want the photo to go behind it. What I could do is yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so for the purposes of this, just imagine that there's that I've stuck all that down. I would put the frame, I think, flat because it's going inside the little book. And you could tuck things in the envelope, etc. So you probably don't want too much thickness inside there. So I think I'll keep that flat. And the plan was to put a butterfly on one corner like that. So this is page 2 of the book. And like I say, I've just used a card front to get that paper. And I could stamp some more butterflies around that as well, because they look really cute, didn't they, when I did it before. Just trying to think what pink that is. Oh, it's pretty in pink. Because I couldn't figure out where it went. Here it is. Pretty in pink. So let's get our butterfly stamp. Doesn't need much of a wash because it's only had crumb cake on there. Oh, now I've got tissue on there. Oh. It was a bit silly. Okay. So I'm going to stamp off like I did before and just pop a couple butterflies on. And then I'll have my yellow one at the bottom. Once that page is all put together. So that is page 2, sort of. Yes, I'll have to get those photos printed. And that is going to go in our book. It's going to go here. And like I say, you can leave, so I wouldn't glue this edge of it to here. I would leave that as a pocket. So then you can slide some things in there. For example, I could slide my, I'd probably have to take the lanyard off, but I could slide this actual badge into, like I could fold that over and slide it into that pocket as a place to keep it. So that'd be one idea. Or if you went to like a concert, you could put your ticket in there, things like that. Okay, so that's page 2. And then for page 3, this one I haven't cut yet, so I wanted to show you how I did that. It's pretty straightforward. And now I've got the inside of the frame left as well, which I might be able to use that next week on the last project. Next week's one is a scrapbook page. Okay, so I've just got my trimmer here. And I'm going to cut this now. What did I do for that one? I better get the measurements. Make them the same. I'm using inches because this whole thing is in inches. So 4 1/8, 5 1/2. So I'll cut the 4 1/8 first. So I'm just detaching it from the card base. And then I think it's already 5 1/2, and it won't, yes, it won't need trimming that way. So just the 4 1/8. And so then you've got this other piece left over. And I might be able to use that next week on my scrapbook page. Or I was thinking maybe for the back, I could either use that one. Yeah, I was thinking I could use that one on the back. Oops, now I've grabbed. Oh yeah, I'll cover this one up because this one here has got like a stamp and things. So that would look cool on the back, I think. And this one's going to mostly get covered, so I think I'll do it. Looking for the right way up for the words. There it is. Okay. And then this one, the little scene I'm building, is using a few more of the elements. Yeah, which way do you go, mister? That way, I think. Okay, so I've got that, and then that goes up a bit, and that down a bit. Again, it's just a matter of laying up the different levels at about there. So I might glue some of that on. Probably have to do that one first. Thank you to those joining me live. Hope you're having a good day. Just had to put the air conditioning on. It's got a bit warm out here. We've had rain, thank goodness. We've been waiting for the rain and it's finally paid us a visit. Brisbane was surprisingly good. We were in the central city, of course, not in the suburbs where I think it was they had all the flooding and things and lost power. So we were very lucky to not have our plans affected. Too much. There was just one of us who planned to go over on the Saturday and had to wait till Sunday. Okay, just put that one there. Now I've got this label, and I think I'm going to put that, because I've got that flat, I might actually put that on dimensionals. I've got to have something on dimensionals. A couple of edge bits. There, and one in the middle. So next year our event's in Sydney. We haven't been to Sydney. I think Barbara went to Sydney one of the first years when she joined. It was in Sydney, but it hasn't been, so since I've been a demonstrator, it hasn't been in Sydney, so that's something new. Okay, I'm going to put this roughly somewhere about there. And then I've just got a couple of layers of flowers to go on. That one there. Tuck that in a wee bit. Okay, and then a little butterfly to go on top. That one's sort of sitting on a flower. Cute. And again, and this time I can stick it on, and I'm going to leave that pocket under there. So what I'm going to do is actually put my glue on the envelope. So I don't want to glue it past that point. There's actually a little gap all the way around it, I've just realised after putting the glue on. So I could print out some other photos from the event and actually have them inside the pocket. What I probably should have done is done a little place just to pull things out so it's obvious. So I'll just grab a circle punch. 1¼ will work. Oh. My punch just had a conniption. Tried to open it and it won't open. Sometimes if you drop it on the floor, it'll just bang, spring open again. No, not this time. I'm probably not throwing it hard enough. Okay, we'll just use a different size. That's all fine. There's one that'll work. I'll get that out the way. Sometimes you just need a bloke to have a look at something. If I fold that back, I should be able to just get my... I should have done this before I stuck it, of course. I'm going to wiggle my punch in there and just take out a little snip, just so it's obvious that there's a pocket there. And I'll do the same on this piece before I stick it in. I was going to nibble out my butterfly there. Hopefully that's about even. Okay, so let's pretend that oh, I could actually stick that page in now that I've done that little nibble. So put that through there, and then the other bits I'll put on the card so that I know rather than putting it on the envelope and guessing how big the card is. Oh, that was pretty good going for my lining up with that little bite. Okay, so that one has my frame with my picture and my butterfly. So just imagine that's all stuck down. And then this is our cover. And we've got our lovely ribbon there, which we're going to tie into a bow. So now I just have to decide what to do with the back. My thinking was to add this just on the back. It'll just give it a bit more strength and just finish it off. And I could use that maybe on the scrapbook page, but I've kind of got it prepared using something else. And actually it would sort of add to it. Okay, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for next week. So, that being said, I might have another envelope, card base. No, I think I've used them all now. I am using a card on that scrapbook page, so I'm just wondering if I put another envelope, but what am I gaining? What am I gaining if I do that? I'd have to do it that way. No, I think I'm going to stick this down and just have that as the back. Yeah. Just keep it simple. Oops, that's the front. Okay. Nope, no, that's the back. I was like, why is that suddenly going across the front? Right, so now I can just tie it on the side to keep everything in. I could have made that a fraction longer. It's okay. It's very pretty. We have our little bee on the front, and I've just sealed that off at the back. And then when you open, you've got what will be a photo of my mum there with the butterfly and this page, and I've got places to tuck little mementos from the trip. Yeah, so I hope you like this idea. Like I say, it was posted on the Stampin' Up page about, I think it was the 13th of February. So if you wanted to go and have a look at their version, you're welcome to do that and make your own. I'd love to see what you make using the kit in a different way. And again, this is the Heirloom Arrangements Kit. It's $49 and it's available in the Stampin' Up store. And from today, if you purchase that, you also get $4.90 in Stampin' Rewards that you can put towards your order, your next order. Or you can accumulate them up if you want to save up for something special. So I'd love to have you shop with me. My name is Vanessa Baker, and I'll be back again next week. See you then.